Hey, Namaste Witchlings. We are just about ready to go live. Give me just like 2 more minutes. We'll be going. Loves Namaste. Hey, I recognize that name. Hopefully we will be live and actually doing stuff before you have to take off. All right. As usual, we're putting the battle lipstick on as we go live. Hello, 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 and namaste, my witchlings. How is everybody today? It is Tuesday. How is it Tuesday? Oh, apparently my eyes are off balance. Oh, yeah. Well, I will grab a brush and blend the heck out of it. And I just tossed the mirror in there because I'm a genius. There it is. There we go. That should help some. All right. Hey, John. Yes, we are having a good day so far. We're awake. We're alive. You know, we're above ground. That's always a plus. Hey, Bharat. It has been a minute. All right. Do what? We might have finally, gotten out of YouTube jail, it appears. Ha ha. I am actually about to start my daily divination and self-care, where I pull 3 tarot cards, 3 oracle cards, and we do some self-care cards. Hey, Amy, check and see who was the first comment in this chat today. Can't complain much. Oh, you know what I did forget? This part. Knew there was something I was forgetting. So we're simply going to do this today. Boom. As I jab myself in the throat with my thumbnail. That would be an interesting way to off myself. You didn't hear the whole statement. I accidentally jabbed myself in the neck with my thumbnail. And my thought was, hey, that could draw blood, and if I hit just the right place. Gotta love the way my weird brain works. Yup. There we go. Got that. They're fairly equal. How about them apples? Oh my God, John. Yep, I am not entirely convinced that he's not related to us because that man has my family's sense of humor. It's amazing. Hello, Hazel. How is everybody doing? All right. So while we do our let's wait for everybody to come in and get settled, I'll do my digital housekeeping by saying, please be mindful of the energy you bring into my space, and you will be respectful in my chat, because if you are not, my mods and Arnold will be finding you with the ban hammer.
Hasta la vista, baby.
All right. Oh, I'm so glad you were feeling better, Amy. I have been so worried about you. Yes, I am aware of the teachings of Yogananda. But this is my Yoga Witch channel where I'm doing the witchy stuff. We will discuss yoga stuff in the after show. Because I am absolutely furious about the whitewashing of yoga here in the West. But that is neither here nor there. Coffee is good. I'm wondering if they caught one of the videos where I was in just a sports bra, but otherwise I have no idea what they're referring to. What about, I teach yoga on, my Yoga with Dailin channel. This is, like I said, mostly my, witchy content. Yes, Jitesh, I do have 2 accounts here. Actually, yeah. 2 that are the business. And then the fur children have theirs. All right. Yes. Right now we are currently streaming vertical, and we are doing 2 different feeds on the same channel. It could easily be my other channel, Jitesh. I have the Dai the Yoga Witch and Yoga with Dailin. And then, as I said, I have the fur kids who I do appear in some of their pictures. Oh, and there is a Dai the Yoga Witch 2 channel that we will... Are we utilizing that tonight? That we will be using tonight. All right, here we go, my friends, my loves, my witchlings. Hey, Mimi, how you doing tonight? I just want to check something right quick. All right. All right, are we ready to get going? I am so ready for this. It is Monday 2.0. All right. I'm going to take another quick sip. Mind you, I have my coffee and my Dr. Pepper today because I've only got half a cup of coffee left. All right, here we go. Today's reading. Today's reading reminds us to stand firm in our truth, even when emotions swirl and illusions arrive. Victory and love are already taking root beneath the surface. Namaste reminds us to belly breathe. Self-compassion encourages us to give ourselves credit for doing the right thing. And in our moment of Zen, no, that is not the correct name, I don't think. Oh, it is. Martin Buber whispers that all journeys have secret destinations, as Margaret Weiss Brown gently says, good night. All right, are we ready? Let's get going. Oh, all right. I goofed, so let's try this again. Today's reading reminds us to stand firm in our truth, even when emotions swirl and illusions arise. Victory and love are already taking root beneath the surface. Namaste reminds us to belly breathe, and self-compassion encourages us to give ourselves credit for doing the right thing. And in our moment of Zen, Martin Buber whispers that all journeys have secret destinations, as Margaret Weiss Brown gently says good night. And Namaste Witchlings! Welcome, one and all, to Daily Divinations and Self-Care. This is where magic meets mindfulness, where we weave together the sacred spiral flow, honoring the day, listening to the cards, and caring for ourselves along the way. Welcome back, or if you are new here, hey, hi, hello, and welcome. Every day we flow with the sacred spiral. I am Di, your favorite yoga witch and guide through said spiral. So let's step into today's together. So go grab your favorite crystal. I am going to play with some rose quartz myself today. Light your favorite candle or incense, cozy up with your coffee, tea, or whatever brew is filling your mug today, and let's step into the spiral of wisdom and self-care together. Don't forget to do the whole like, share, and subscribe thing. It helps grow our Witchling circle and keeps our daily spiral turning. All right, so we are going to light our candle. We do not have any birthdays today, sad face. So, no, it's an anniversary. Yep. All right, my darling witchlings, as I light the flame, may our light be a beacon of hope in the darkness for those stumbling and lost along the way. I also hold this light for survivors and victims of gun violence here in the United States, remembering them all in our circle. And with the lighting of our candle, our circle is closed, and we invite the ancestors to join us here today. All right, how is everybody doing? Bonjour, Marie. Hey, Hazel, I see you there. And my cousins, we're both here today. How is everybody doing? Where am I from? I am from the Pacific Northwest of the United States. I am Seattle adjacent. It is chilly here. Oh my goodness. Took the doggos for a walk this morning and realized that before long I am going to be needing gloves and a scarf because my ears are chilly. Ooh, another Spanish class for John that went well. Yay! I miss my Spanish. Oh, yeah, I can imagine. There is a part of me that wants to do electrolysis here because, I inherited the very, very definite Prussian thick hair genes. Why did I do that? Oh, technically, my frame says My frame says it's 62 and my watch says it's 57, so. But it was about 47 when I took the doggos out. Speaking of doggos, we got to like 33, 34 degrees last night. It was freaking cold. But yet I'm still sitting here without socks on. The advantage to me, you know, I have no socks on, but I have a warm puppy that I can tuck my toes under. See, I have a love-hate with socks because they're foot prisons as bad as shoes are, but they're cozy. I have a thing. We will not discuss how many pairs of fuzzy socks I have. Because I have to be very careful going to, like, not that I shop Target right now, but, I'm going to Costco later. And Costco tends to have the sock, slipper socks or just fuzzy socks. And I have to be very, very careful because warm and fuzzy is bliss for me. Oh, we can probably turn the candle magic thing off. Yep. I think we are at about 33. Yep. There we go. All right. Yeah, I'm sitting here in just my short sleeve sweater, which is comfy, but my toes are chilly. I'm going to end up digging into the closet tonight and digging out my piggy slipper socks. Because I hate wearing shoes inside, but when my feet are cold, the fuzzy socks are great. I even have a few pairs of grippy socks. We won't comment on that, though. Di does not need a grippy sock vacation today. All right, my witchlings. So, before we go diving into the cards, let's wander through and see what holidays today is bringing. Ooh. We have 3 really cool holidays and so many more that I wanted to mention. So I'm just going to do a list of honorable mentions at the end, probably with some commentary. So here we go. We have International Pronouns Day, National Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Day, and National Pug Day. Frank. International Pronouns Day. Words are spells, my witchlings, and pronouns are sacred. They honor who we truly are. Today we celebrate self-expression, identity, and the magic of being seen. And for those who say the Bible does not have pronouns, for he, so, yeah, anyway. National Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Day. This is a grief I am personally acquainted with. Ectopic pregnancy, multiple miscarriages, and that ache that just never quite fades. At 7 p.m. tonight, I will be lighting a candle for the wave of light, remembering every teeny tiny soul and every parent who carries that love forever. And National Pug Day. Pugs have held a very special place in my heart ever since I got to meet the very sweet and adorable Kata at Griffin Gaming. Those little squishy faces and joyful snorts remind us all to savor the small, silly magic in life. And if you want an amazing pug, I highly recommend watching the Men in Black series. Frank is amazing. And here we go. We have our honorable mentions now. We have Love Your Body Day. That leads right into Breast Health Day and Breast Reconstruction Awareness Day. Because if you love yourself, you're going to take care of those boobies. It is Global Dignity Day because we all deserve our dignity. International Day of Rural Women. By technicality, I am a rural woman myself, and those women who are farmers and ranchers and do that rural life, they are stronger women than I am. National Support Your Local Chamber of Commerce Day. That one needs no more to be said. And finally, we have Sewing Lovers Day. Oh my God, those people who can take a needle and thread and create amazing creations such as, that's not sewn, such as this or my yoga pants. They are amazing. My wedding dress My incubator designed it, created it, sewed it from scratch, and oh my god, it was a dress fit for a Disney princess. Gorgeous. She may have had many faults, but the woman was amazingly talented. All right. Oy, my hair is annoying me. I'm going to have to braid it soon, but I figured I'd get through most of this first. You know what? Fuck it. Thank you, Caleb. I try to bring positivity to the world, and when it comes to the holidays, I try to do some fun ones, such as Pug Day. And as a chronic illness warrior myself, when I come across some that are Spoonie related, I like to cover those. And then just some that are personal, such as Infant Loss Day. I'm so sorry, Amy. Now you know how I feel when the man behind the curtain and I are both in a Discord call and I have to take the dogs out. So, yeah. Now, John, we're not going to get political yet. And Raven, yes, I agree. Shedding a tear for those lost souls that never met the joy of love. Oh. Although, honestly, the poor doctor who told me that I was pregnant, but it had been an ectopic that ruptured, and I went, oh my God. Oh, thank God, I mean. He looked at me funny, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want another child with my husband. I already addressed it, darling. Okay, well, generally when you wiggle the mouse in the... Yep. Okay, I gotta take the glasses off so I can brush this side. Haha. Oof. Oi, there we go. Not quite parted the way I normally do, but I'll deal with it. Yeah, the poor man behind the curtain gets 3 versions of my voice at every stream because I talk loud enough he can hear me through the doorway, and then he hears me through Discord because that's how I have him in my ear. And then, of course, he has the sound from the stream that he is watching. So, yeah, that poor man. I love him. Also, just a quick little thing, and he's going to scream at me for this, and I know it. If anyone is interested in signing up for the Sacred Spiral Flow program, I have bumped it back a week because we only have one person signed up. So, thank you, John. We appreciate that. We try so hard. All right. Oh, Tuda got to go on the bus today. Raven's cat. Raven got a stroller for their kitties. So Tuda got to go out in the wild today. How did Tuda like it? I know the grand cat generally loves going out in the stroller and the backpack. She loves being able to crawl out of the backpack up onto parent person's shoulder, get all of the attention in the world, and then become overwhelmed and crawl back into the backpack. It's great. Okay, now that my hair is back to normal. All right. Okay. Can you answer cat real quick? All right. Oh, ba-da-bum-bum. We appreciate you, Mimi. Another one bites the dust. Oh, another one rides the bus. That is actually a Weird Al song. Weird Al is so awesome. There we go. Took care of that. There we go. All right. Yay! She did well on the bus. I'm happy to hear that. All right. Now we're going to do this. Clear that. All right. Are we ready to look at some cards now? Because I'm ready to tell you what the cards are screaming at me today. Man, yesterday, though. I've got some serious music playing in my head. Ready? We are ready. Ready, steady, go. Our first card today is Someone Has Unmet Needs. And following that is There Are Regrets. Last but not least, Stand Your Ground. There are regrets. All right, y'all. He didn't say it this time. Someone has unmet needs and is beginning to see that there are regrets lingering like shadows in the heart. Transformation is calling, but resistance whispers its doubts. The universe steps in with a firm, loving message. Stand your ground. Hold steady, Witchling. Your power is rooted in truth. Ooh, I like it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments and the chat. I need that fucking meme again. Okay. Now let's move on to the tarot cards. Our first tarot card today, we need to make sure that's fixed first. Ha! I remembered. Our first tarot card, we have the Six of Rods. Six of Rods, see? Victory over personal problems, a new venture or change in direction, and some financial or emotional successes. Next, we have the Moon. The Moon. Subconscious feelings becoming confused by other emotional disturbances. Some insecurity, false friends, slander, and disillusionment going on here. Finally, Four of Rods. The Four of Rods gives us marriage, love, and partnerships. What are these saying today? See or no? Okay. The Six of Rods rides in with triumph and transformation, a sign that you're overcoming obstacles and finding your way towards emotional success. Yet the Moon stirs the waters of the subconscious, revealing some hidden feelings and illusions spun by false friends or inner doubts. Don't let that shadow linger, my Witchling. The Four of Rods rises next, wrapping you in love, harmony, and the promise of joyful union, perhaps even a marriage or deeper commitment. Whoop, whoop. All right. And now let us braid the Oracle and Tarot together, bringing their voices into one sacred spiral message. Someone has unmet needs and is realizing there are regrets, but the universe urges them to stand your ground because transformation is already in motion. The Six of Rods rides in victorious, guiding you through challenges and towards some well-earned success. Yet the Moon whispers of illusions and hidden emotions where slander or insecurity may cloud your light. Fear not, my Witchling, for the Four of Rods restores balance, weaving love, partnership, and joyful connection into your path. Today's affirmation. I rise above illusion and stand firm in my truth. My heart is steady, my spirit victorious, and love flows freely through all I create. All right, now let's take a sip of coffee and let me know what you guys think. Irish, you keep missing the cards, my love. Ooh. All right. I agree that life is too hard to tackle on one's own. Oops. Trying. Okay. So, Tuda got her favorite blanket. She did good, though. I'm getting warm. Okay. Oh, cool. Irish is going to be able to hang out with us for a while today. Yay, yay. Yes, Amy. All right. Yes, we're working on things, Raven. Trying. We're getting this worked out. Yeah, Irish needs to go to sleep soon. Yes. This chair is driving me insane. Oh, dude, it's sunk 2 inches. Wowzers. There we go. Might look a little better not. Have a good one. Love you. All right. Hey, Alan. I'm getting a kick out of watching Irish and Amy argue. This is adorable. I love my people. Okay. What are we doing next? Oh, yeah, we're going to chit-chat for a minute, and then we're going to move on to the self-care. Hello! Yeah, you got a point there, Amy. I very much am already there. I hope it's this side. Oh, Irish isn't sleeping tonight. You're a poet and you didn't know it, kid. All right, we're doing great here. Fan-freaking-tabulous. All right, that lock is going to annoy me to no end. I have got to see if I can fix it. All right, that should be good. And then it catches in my nail. I made it worse. So what we have started doing, Alan, is I do the stream, which goes from, these are my time, from about 1:30 to about 2:15, 2:30. And then we move from the daily draw and self-care to the chilling with the Witchlings for about an hour-ish. So we have been streaming for approximately 2 hours a day. There are reasons behind that. But that's what we've been doing. Please tell me I fixed that lock now. I am so annoyed. So, John mentioning the word bard. I was somehow stumbled across a video of Jacques the Whipper playing D&D on stage. And having gotten to watch him perform now, I definitely have a grasp of his personality, or at least his persona's personality. And I'm watching him play this game. Comes out that he is playing the bard, and my immediate reaction was, of course he's playing a bard. Yup, there is nothing else. There are some people that once you get to know them, you know what D&D character or what D&D class they're going to play. I'm a bard typically. Occasionally I'll play paladin, but no, I'm usually a bard. The spawn is one who can multi-class beautifully. My oldest, think he's typically a bard, a mage. Never, I think he tried to play a rogue once and that failed miserably. Hey, Yurty. See, I have yet to join a campaign that wasn't predominantly queer, but that's primarily because most of my family and friends fall under the rainbow somewhere. So it's so much fun. I went through a period where I absolutely hated all things D&D, for a good reason, but we won't go there. And then I finally met somebody who could actually rekindle my interest in it, and oh my god, did we. Ranger, Druid, Witch, or War Priest are Raven's favorites. Yep, that makes sense. I have yet to meet someone, and why his name is escaping me right now, I have no idea. Travis. But I have never met someone other than Travis who plays with Critical Role, who plays, a barbarian, who you just knew they were a barbarian. There are some rangers that, honestly, if I were... Again, I lost his name. Okay. If I were to see Orlando Bloom sit down at a D&D table, my immediate thought was, yep, he's a ranger. Stephen Colbert, I want to say he played... God, what did he play? He was like a paladin or a druid. Not a real heavy fighter, but just some people, you just know what they're playing. Nope, I don't know anything about D&D at all. I have a huge collection of dice. I have like 4 sets currently, which isn't huge, but still miffed at my ex-husband. We did not realize that the bag he was carrying the dice and other stuff in was open as we were walking to Griffin. The same Griffin where we met Kata, by the way. And my wonderful pink marbleized dice got lost in the 3-mile walk. I was so mad. Hey, Vampy! So, yeah. People say man is made out of mud. A poor man's made out of muscle and blood. A muscle and blood and skin and bone. A mind that's weak and a back that's strong. Anyway, I have been listening to that song quite a bit recently because Jeff sings it. I can never remember if there's an N in his last name or not. But, I have been listening to a lot of his music of late. Sweet Irish. I wish we had a way that you guys could share pictures. I think you can in the communities. I would love to see pictures if you guys want to share. All right. So, are we ready for the self-care part of the day? Actually, I should have showed it that way. Yellow six die. We're not going to sing 16 tons anymore. I have grown up with that song, though. All right. Namaste time. All right, so we have lower abdomen breathing. We tend to breathe with our lungs and our chest. This way of breathing does not allow a full breath of air into our bodies, though. Put your hand on your chest and breathe with your lungs. Now, put your hand on your lower abdomen and breathe in with your diaphragm. Notice the difference. Now breathe with your diaphragm for 8 minutes. If you feel any tightness, relax more into each breath. Deep breathing relaxes the body, and the increase in oxygen relaxes the mind. So, moving on to self-compassion. Self-compassion says, stand up, guy or gal. Regardless of the outcome, can you give yourself credit for a time when you stood up for what was right? Yes, I try to do that as often as I can. Doesn't it, Vampy? I give all credit to the man behind the curtain who has created all of this. I'm going to strangle my cousin the next time I see her because I now have J.G. Wentworth in my head. And that was her whole point. Yeah, that's why I move the card while I'm doing the cards so that they're more visible. We're trying to figure out how to tweak it so that it's perfect. Yeah, more visible. Yeah. Yeah, Will is a sword and board cleric. I like it. Irish is good people. Irish is my kind of kid, you know? Yeah. Oh. So, while I don't know anybody who was there when D&D was created, one of my favorite things about us having played in the SCA is one of the most amazing people we met who is local here. He's one of my favorite Vikings, and we refer to him as Papa Thor. He was in the dorm room at Berkeley when the SCA was born. He has been a part of the SCA from the get-go. And he is one of the coolest people I have ever known. Oh my God, I adore the man. I'm hoping his health is doing well right now. Last I heard it wasn't, but he's really awesome. Oh my God, why am I yawning so bad today? Okay, fine, we're going to hit this with Dr. Pepper because I need sugar as well. I'm not surprised that one of the OG D&D people was a racist twat. I mean, come on. So many of us love... I'm trying to come up with an author, and his name, it'll zip through my mind, as will the frickin' character he created, but I can't come up with it. Holy sheepskin. Horror author. But my brain just will not. Yup. Oh my gosh. Lovecraft! Yes! I knew if I gave my brain time enough, it would come to me. No, Lovecraft was horrifically racist. Yeah, Raven and John both came up with Stephen King. No, Stephen King is the opposite of... Since Stephen King got sober, the man has been the polar opposite of problematic. He does have a couple of books that he has no memory of writing because he was that stoned out of his mind. The man was zooted to fucking back. But otherwise, yeah, he's pretty awesome. And the way he defends his wife, mwah. That doesn't surprise me terribly, but honestly, and this is coming from a survivor of CSA, knowing what goes on at shit like that, there is a distinct possibility, child sexual abuse. There is a distinct possibility that the names that are on that list may not have done everything. All right, moving on. We have Goddess. Yeah, a lot of them are being blackmailed currently because of it. All right. And next, we are going to move on, and we honor the goddess of the day, who is a divine presence to inspire, guide, and walk with us on today's spiral. Hit it. We're digging out the big guns today. Holy cow. Hine Tarama is our goddess today. What? All right. Next, we honor the goddess of the day. She is a divine presence to inspire, guide, and walk with us on today's spiral. Hine Terama, the Maori goddess who illuminated the heavens with stars, reminds us to look upward. Fuck. And I need the rest of my notes. Thank you. Hine Terama, the Maori goddess who illuminated the heavens with stars, reminds us to look upward with wonder and unity. She connects us to the vast cosmos and to one another beneath the same infinite sky, teaching that each star shines as a facet of human potential and shared destiny. Her silvery radiance invites curiosity, awareness, and reverence for the universal laws that bind all life. Today, honor her by turning your gaze to the stars, whether through a telescope, a favorite sci-fi story, or the simple act of standing beneath the night sky. Dress in silver or white to channel her celestial energy, or adorn yourself, this is fun, with glow-in-the-dark stars for a ritual dance that mimics her swirling constellations. When you see the first star tonight, make a wish for unity, understanding, and the expansion of human consciousness. That is today's goddess. What do you guys think of her? Buses and normal. Oh, I got a tickle. I am having power surges today. And finally, my darling witchlings. We close our divination with a moment of Zen, which is a teaching from my Little Book of Zen to carry into your day. We have quotes from Martin Buber, and Margaret Weiss Brown. Martin Buber tells us, all journeys have secret destinations of which the traveler is unaware. And then Margaret Weiss Brown, good night, stars, good night, air. I am certain that is from Good Night, Moon. All right. Okay, I did. That's what I thought. That's why my brain is telling me it is. Apparently I confirmed that yes, that is from Good Night, Moon. All right, my witchlings. It's time to wrap up for the day. Look at that teeny tiny candle. And it's only Tuesday. All right, my friends. As we extinguish our candle, we open our circle and extend our eternal gratitude to the ancestors for joining us here today. There we go. All right. Now, before we go, my darling witchlings, just a little reminder. This channel here is supported entirely by my witchling community. There are no corporate sponsors here, simply magic and love. Okay. Now, let's go out today and spread love, spread joy, and spread kindness. There is already enough darkness and hate. Let's please try to be beacons of hope and light for those lost in the dark. Tell your loved ones, whether they walk on two legs, fly with wings, curl up with fur, glide on scales, or tiptoe on paws and claws, that they are absolutely precious to you. Moments slip away far, far faster than we expect, and those last goodbyes generally come far too soon. And then, my witchlings, please always, always, always remember, you are loved. You are wanted, you are needed, and your purpose here is real, even if you haven't discovered it yet. I was in my 40s before I did. I love you all to bits. Namaste, witchlings. All right. Dun, 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 bum. All right. Now, join the coven on Patreon for exclusive rituals, behind-the-scenes contents, bonus blogs, early access to classes, and access to our private Discord server. Tiers are starting at just $1 a month at patreon.com/DieTheYogaWitch. Would you like to buy your favorite Gen X witch a cup of coffee? You can fuel my caffeine habit and also get access to bonus content at buymeacoffee.com/die.theyogawitch. All of these links, my darling witchlings, are available in the description and on my link tree, which is, again, linktree/DieTheYogaWitch. Maybe you want some personalized guidance. You can book a one-on-one yoga or coaching session, join one of my workshops, or explore rituals and services at yogawithdylin.com. As an ordained minister, I also offer blessing, ceremonies, and custom rituals for all of life's milestones, and you can find out all about that at dietheyogawitch.com. And then we have our weekly schedule. Weekly schedule, Monday through Friday, Daily Divination and Self-Care right here, right now, 1:30 p.m. Pacific Time. Then we have Sunday, Coffee and Cues with Die the Yoga Witch at 1:30 p.m. Pacific Time. Tuesday nights, we are starting Bitchin' Witch back up at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Time. Thursday nights, we have the Yoga Witch's Cauldron, Die the Yoga Witch podcast at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Time. Friday nights, we have Friday Night Guided Meditation and Yoga Nidra at 8:30 p.m. Pacific Time. And that ends our week. Yay! Now, hey y'all, I'm gonna go make me a fresh cuppa, and then I'll be right back. That actually sounds like Coffee is my lifeblood, y'all. There we go. Oh my gosh. So, I am a huge, huge, huge proponent of supporting local businesses, right? I mean, as a local business owner, it only seems fitting. We have this really amazing pet store here in town. Absolutely love them. And I went in about a week ago because poor Sarge, being almost 14 years old, needs some food that is a little easier on his twofers than the kibble we've been feeding him. So the employee I spoke with recommended this freeze-dried one. And oh my God, he absolutely loves it. So we're running out. And so I called, or I went online to confirm that they had what we needed. And I can order online, but I didn't know if my, and this sounds horrible, but my rewards account was connected to the new online account. And so I called in and talked with the lady. And all of the employees there that I have ever worked with have been just super amazing. And not only was I able to put my order in via the phone with her, but it will be delivered, which is the fantastic part because I don't have a car currently that works easily. So this is what we're feeding him. It's also a local business. But here's one of the little chunks. And it's freeze dried, and so if I squeeze it too hard, it's going to shatter into dust. And it's just, oh, it's so cool. It's expensive as hell, but I will be honest, it is so worth it. Jinx, if you keep spamming the chat with 67, you'll get the boot, sweetheart. But it is so nice. But yeah, it's just kind of, I am so happy about it. And then I was talking to her about another one of the products that this company makes that they normally have. And I'm like, well, I didn't see the flavor we wanted online. And she's like, oh, well, my boss is off, is going through the shipment we just got, and there should be some of it in there. So let me run back and check with her. The one flavor I wanted, they did not have. So she put me on a waiting list and then said, so you know what I'm going to do? We have a ton of samples of other foods like that. So I'm just going to toss a bunch in for you so you can just try whatever and see what he likes. Love these people. And it's just, it's awesome. I kind of do. I'll explain it later. Mimi, it took me a bit to figure it out last night. Zen, they are. And on top of being just an amazing group of people, they also have a dog bathing area where you can make an appointment. And yes, it costs, but you can make an appointment and come in and bathe your dog there. And they're just, they have been one of our town's most popular businesses for the entire time I've been here, for the entire time they've been open. I think they've been open like 20 years now, and they're just amazing. Your dog and Raven's cat. Yes. And then Luna, I got to get Luna into the vet, so we're working on that one. Oh, that's kind of adorable. My dog is broken. Oh, he's not today. Oh my gosh. He's actually laying like a normal dog today. I may have a heart attack from that shock. Tooker's is laying like a normal dog instead of splayed out on his back, these nuts and shit. That's what I'm thinking. Oh my gosh. You said your hair is herring today, kiddo. You see what mine's doing. Been here for 13 years. It did not register. How am I doing today, Andrea? I'm actually doing pretty good. Did Andrea delete her comment? Or is my freaking computer being wonkified again? I know I saw that. Please tell me I'm not losing what's left of my mind. Okay. Oh, well, welcome, Zen. This is our after show, after party, whatever you want to call it, where I just kind of sit here and chit chat with everybody. My normal stream is 3 tarot, 3 oracle, a couple of self-care cards, and a couple of quotes, and a goddess. Hello, Angelo. Welcome. So yeah, we just kind of, by the been here 13 years comment, I meant I've lived in this town for 13 years, which in all honesty seems crazy to me. That is the longest I have ever lived in one spot. Jinx, you do that one more time and you will be banned, honey. Whoop. I think why did I do that? I think I saw it the first time you asked. But thank you for repeating yourself. I'm doing pretty good overall. Little stressed out because of some stuff that has absolutely nothing to do with anything of any importance. It's just me being me. But, you know, life is not bad. Whoops. Hey, Starscream. That's okay. No, actually, honey, I am going to support that one. Because Jinx has been warned 3 different streams in a row to knock it off. How are you doing, Starscream? We're doing pretty good here. Just kind of chilling out, chatting with the Witchlings. Doing my usual stuff. Hey, Gordy. I like that name. Gordy 1.5. Okay, mostly the food. I love it when a specific person reminds you of food. Hey, Star Girl. Mm-hmm. 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 Thank you, Zen. I got them from Zenny. But Zenny is being problematic of late. So I am looking now into iBuy Direct, which has some really cute frames that are also cheap. I feel that, Starscream. I have some... I am autistic and ADHD. So, yeah. What's good? Pretty much everything right now. Except the weather. Because we are in that horrible frickin' Pacific Northwest limbo where it's not quite still summer, but it's not quite winter-ish yet. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So, I'm sitting here and... Oh, the horrors. And add on top of that the fact that I am of a certain age. I am in my late 40s, so, you know... starting into the next phase of life, and therefore I am having personal power surges at random times. So if you see me go fuck this shit and start scrambling over here, I'm grabbing for a fan, because if I don't, I'm going to die. Megatron. Well, when does Megatron ever not make stupid plans? I'm just saying. Yes! Tell us what your book is about, Starscream. Yeah. Do you know, it took me until like yesterday to realize that the prove me wrong guy sitting behind the table, it was Charlie Kirk. I did not realize that until like 4 different people were talking about it yesterday. And I'm like, oh, so that's who that meme dude was. I did not realize that. And I now kind of feel stupid about it. Shows you how much I paid attention to him. Yeah, John is about to run out of salted caramel latte, so we might need to declare a national emergency in London. What? Darling, do you know what he's talking about? Oh. Oh God. Irish appreciate, but let's not go there. Although that particular comment, yeah, I'm not going to address that because I can't without being very, very, very horrible. You're a pumpkin? Oh, but yes, Gordy is a pumpkin that can join John in his lack of pumpkin spice latte. That is not the pumpkin spice cup I want. Okay. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, my God. No, we are not envisioning Spider-Man and Uncle Sam right now. Fuck, I did it anyway. You said it. You said what triggered the thought. Okay, my darling dear hearts, for those of you who do not know what the fuck we're talking about, we absolutely love Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, and this week's episode. This week's episode, he showed a clip or a picture from, I think, last year's Macy's Day Parade. And yes, I know that's not the actual name. But Spider-Man was laying down and Uncle Sam was laying down. But they were a little bit too close. Yes. Oh, shit. It's not yet, Andrea. I need to talk to my merch creatress, who is currently in a splint because of a strained tendon in her wrist. So, yeah, we will be discussing that probably today. I pulled a really awesome one the other night. And, I was headed out for Kat's birthday and accidentally, I was sending reels to people from Facebook. And I accidentally created a group chat because I was trying to send this specific reel to everybody and it just created a group chat and didn't send the reel. So I just closed it and oops. So I have now inadvertently created a Facebook group chat of my favorite people who are still on Facebook. And it just kind of started blowing up with cat pictures. So yeah, that's been kind of entertaining. And the reason I'm telling you this is I went to check and see how said merch creator is doing and spotted that one as well. Oh yeah. Dude, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friend. There is no way Foster's was 17 years ago. Oh, Starscream, dude. I apologize if you are not male or mask presenting. Dude is yeah, gender neutral. But I totally feel for that one. I have been writing since I was 14, 15. So yeah, they had Rick Astley on the floor. Yeah, I remember that one though. Rick Astley is the entire reason I got to go to my last New Kids on the Block concert. He was touring with them. And he is the Spawn's absolute favorite artist of that era. And I told him not only are the New Kids on the Block touring, but they have Rick Astley with them. He hung up the phone with me and turned around and bought tickets. It was great. Yeah, I absolutely made glowing and dried from the water. Cool. That's cool. Dude, Starscream, you got this. Have a good night, Zen. We do this every day, Monday through Friday, and then Sunday at the same time is just basically the after show for 2 hours. So in this wonderful group chat, we have discussed Christmas cards, Halloween cards, multiple different cats, and just tons of fun. It's great. Oh, God. That is actually the Swan's favorite song. It's great. And it is that time of year where my asthma is just kind of... I like it. I could get behind that. That sounds like an awesome story, Starscream. I have music in my head. I wish I could find the tab so that I could silence the music in my head so I quit dancing to it. I saw. Oh, look, it's Michael. Not my Michael. Do you know one really annoying thing about the fact that the name Michael was the #1 baby name for like 50 years? Do you know how many Michaels I know? The fact that there are now 2 of them in my family is highly entertaining because we'll say, hey, want to talk to Mike later? Which Mike, yours or mine? Mine, not yours. And when they're both in the same room, it becomes Michael and Mike or Michael and Mikey because mine used to go by Mikey. It's great. Yes, I have lost what was left of my mind. There wasn't much left. And my opal has migrated again. Let's see what else. I know. Oh, she already did it. She already got mine. So, yeah, I'm ignoring that. But yeah, let's see what else. Come on, Di. So today, I didn't mention this in the stream. Because it's weird. Today is my ex-best friend and my little brother's anniversary. They got married a year and a day after my ex-husband and I did. And they managed to stay married until my little brother passed away 5 years ago-ish. So that's pretty cool. Miss him and thinking of him today. Yesterday was, like I said, my ex-husband's and my anniversary. That was cool. I did manage to get in touch with him and jokingly say happy anniversary. Wonderful person. I still love him very, very deeply. Just not as a spouse. We made shitty partners. Great friends, though. He's an amazing person. I wish him all the luck and all the joy in the world. But yeah, it's a weird time of year, you know? All sorts of shit just kind of floating around it, and with the veil thinning and all of that shit. Yeah. And despite my lack of sleep last night, I am hyper as all hell right now. Thank you, Starscream. He is very much missed. 2 demigod teens, 1 dies, and the main character starts a war against the gods to avenge him, but it's not the official book plan, thinking of making it up as you write. Yep. That's true, too. As the man behind the curtains experience with me writing is try to have at least a vague outline of what you're doing. Otherwise, you're just going to keep writing. That's what happens when you do that. That's what happens when you create a series. A book using predictive text. So my nephew, said late little brother's son, used to send text messages to his family just by using the predictive text. Some of them were hilariously funny, and we'd get them and go, what the huh? And then someone, the first time I got one, I am like, what the fuck? And I got told, oh, by the way, he's sending texts using nothing but predictive text now. And I'm like, now it makes sense. Oh, God, I need to scrub my head today. Hello, children. See, Mimi, that's the thing. It's not that I'm caffeinated, because caffeine doesn't hype me up. That is one of the joys of being ADHD. Stimulants don't stimulate. No, I'm just... It's the CPTSD, and it's why I was misdiagnosed bipolar type 2 rapid cycling for a long time. So, yeah. Language learning models. Yep. They're standing in the... That's going to be kind of cool to read. I have my short stories that I have written. A couple of them are still being worked out. But they're all on a Blogger blog. And if anybody is really interested in reading my stuff, I can send a link. John, I'm kind of concerned about AI and RS. Was it John Oliver that was talking about AI is going to take over the world? I swear to God, you and I were watching it together. Maybe it was on Colbert. Oh. Hey. Do. Apparently the man behind the curtains, predictive text really loves him. I love you, my love. I love you, my love. I love you, my love. I love you so much, my love. Yep. I'm a what? So, Starscream, it sounds like your book is going to be very similar to, Percy Jackson. Why did the author's name just completely escape? I hate my random access memory. Yes, AI will argue for the regulation of AI. Rick Riordan, thank you. I love my family. I used to write fanfic way the fluff back in the mid-90s. We're not going to talk about that. It was fun. And in all honesty, I'm very grateful that the show that I wrote it about was has been rebooted. Yep. You know, it's something that's annoying me. When I reset my phone the other day, it removed all of my... Can I put the bubble back? Look at that. I figured out how to reset the bubbles. So I have a Samsung S24 at this point. And I reset it the other day trying to connect to Prism. You know, Monday of last week when we had everything puke. And I had certain people that were supposed to be bubbled like Facebook Messenger does, and it took all of my bubbles away, and I couldn't figure out how to get them back. Now that I have figured it out again, I am going to go rebubble the people that I need to have bubbled. Bubble. How many more times can I say bubble? Bubble, bubble, bubble. Okay, yes. Oh, there we go. There we go. Hey! Found it. Yes. A Hellenist. Yep. Hellenists are interesting. I have read a fair number of the Percy Jackson series. Have not yet managed to get into any of his other series. But that is absolutely nothing new or different for me. One of my favorite authors, she's actually the author of the book that I'm going to be reading, that I am reading for my witchy shit here. I first met her through her paranormal romance books, and she has, oh my gosh. Yes. No, but I am today. But and then I found these. The word so. I am trying to imagine how buzzed or caffeinated someone could get if they took a shot every time I said the word so. Case in point. He's thinking about it now. No, just so. Which is worse. Yup. That is true. With the word just so, I would probably be killing a few people. Yeah. There we go. I think I fixed it now. Yay, Macarena. Do I like the Song of Achilles? I am not familiar with it off the top of my head. I do really like anything that is anything that deals with paranormal stuff. Oh, who shot JR? Yeah. Oh, dear Lord. Yeah, let's not drink during the oil baron's ball. That would be like deciding you're going to have a drinking game with the soap opera General Hospital anytime they mention the word nurse. Especially if it's during the nurse's ball. Go ahead, Starscream. That sounds interesting. Whoops, I did not mean to punch my mic again. That's another one. Oh, you don't want me to start belting that out. That will annoy him to no end. Let it go. Let it go. Yep. I know someone who it does not matter what role Idina Menzel plays. She just cannot stand her. Oh, that's kind of cool. That is a very cool line. There is the opal. Excuse me. I am waiting for this to be healed fully, and I'm pretty sure it mostly is now. And then I'm going to probably swap out the jewelry. I got to find out how long I have to leave it. Totally sounds like something I would do. So yeah, I first met Idina Menzel in Rent. Yeah. Hey, I could do that. That sounds like a decent meal, honestly. Now I want chili cheese fries again. Damn it. Chili cheese tots. I know I do. I have enough chili to feed. Do I have tots in the freezer? That is true. But I'm going to the store. So. Yes, she absolutely loathes her. I'll love it, John. But yet loves most of the projects that she's seen her in. But I met her as Maureen in Rent. And then I started watching Glee, loved Glee. The storyline sucked occasionally, but the music was awesome and the talent was just good. And then they brought in Idina playing Rachel's biological mom, and I'm like, that was a good casting job. And then she became Elsa. And her daughter, or her son, went to preschool. Mind you, you know, she's a Broadway actress. They live in New York. Her son goes to school with God only knows how many other Broadway kids. And he goes to school and says, my mommy is Elsa. And then, his classmates look at him and they're like, yeah, so's mine. And he's like, no, 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 you don't understand. My mommy is actually Elsa. Yeah, okay, whatever. So the teacher ends up, because he gets very, very, very upset, the teacher ends up calling his mother and going, can you come in and fix this? So she comes in and just sings for them. And they're like, oh, your mommy's Elsa! And he's like, told ya. Just because his dad's pretty cool, too. We have pork chops and something. I saw the pork chops. Mac and cheese. Mac and cheese, I haven't had good mac and cheese in a while. That wasn't Nukem. I didn't get, yeah, I got a bowl of soup. Her role in the Wicked movie is adorable. I absolutely love her as Elfie, though. Cheesy mashed potatoes and tater tots. So what I do when I make cheesy mashed potatoes is not only do I cheese the hell out of them, I garlic them. Oh, where are you at, Starscream? That it's 11. You are... Oh, you're a UK kid too? That sounds about right. Damn. I forget that I'm on in prime time over in the UK. Prime time. Joy. Well, hello. Those are my toes. Do you want to share them? Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. That is a Jamie joke. Yes. That prime rib, God, I kind of wish I were still talking to my kid's dad. I'll send it to his mother. She'll enjoy it too. That at this point, that's the only thing he and I share besides the kids is our really warped sense of humor. Although, in all honesty, I do kind of miss the friendship that was there. Hey, Michael, speaking of my kids. Optimus Prime, yes. Optimus Prime is awesome. Who the fluff? I swear the voice actor I follow who was the voice of Wacko packs away the snacks while Bill Clinton plays the sex. So yes, Yakko. The guy who voiced Yakko Warner is also the voice of the redheaded kid in Jimmy Neutron and a bunch of other characters. But I think he had a Transformers role. No. Hold on. IMDb to the rescue. I can see his face, but I can never remember his freaking name. And between him and Dan Povenmire, I get so much entertaining stuff. It's time for Animaniacs. Rob Paulson. Oi. What are your pronouns, my friend? Yes. Your favorite Decepticon? Honestly, my favorite Decepticon is, the boombox. I can't remember. Soundwave. Yeah, I can swear Soundwave. There is one of the tapes was both an Autobot and a Decepticon. He was a double agent. Soundwave was cool. Whoa. Alexander Skarsgård came out as bi? Well, that's fucking cool as shit. Sorry. But yeah, oh, wow. That's pretty fucking cool. There's someone else. I'm laughing over the fact that Michael Sheen is a straight man who plays one of the best gay men I have ever watched. And And this came out because, well, came out on National Coming Out Day. But this came out because someone said that straight men should never be allowed to play gay characters. And someone shared, well, that just wipes out the entirety of Michael Sheen's career right there, and showed half of the characters he's played. And I'm like, they're not wrong. Not purchasing the Optimus until the Prime Edition comes out. I love it. My favorite Bayverse Autobot? Oh, hands down, still Bumblebee. Bumblebee is my favorite Autobot of all time. Cute. But the newbie just, it was weird seeing him as a Camaro, because the reason I loved Bumblebee is I love VW Bugs. Prowl is cool. Yep. Yes, I have seen that bookstore. And yes, I have seen that Uncle George did not like the fact that they made Sulu gay in the reboot. Because, yeah. I understand, and so does he, that they're trying to, honor him and his heritage with the character, or history with the character. But it's almost seems pandering. And I can understand his grr about that. Uncle George is an awesome man. One of these days, I would love to get to meet him in person. I fucked up horribly because he was the Grand Marshal of the Seattle Pride Parade the very first year that we went. And I did not realize that if you go to the end of the parade route and hang out in the right place, you can actually get to say hi to the Grand Marshal of the parade. Totally should have that year. But yes, Prowl is cool. See, I grew up on the those cartoons, the Transformers and Mask. Mask was my all-time favorite. Inspector Gadget and all of those. Jetfire is cool. I actually really, really, really love the Dinobots. I can too, Andrea. Seeing Optimus dropping B off at school when he was younger. That would be so cute. Thundercats. Thundercats was awesome. I was stunned when they rebooted Thundercats about 20 years ago. The one I want them to reboot, Grimlock. The cartoon from my childhood, I want them to reboot, but I kind of don't because they fucked it up with the movie. As I want to see Gem and the Holograms. Nice, John. Hey, Will, do you remember Mask? Do you remember Mask? I at times feel like I'm the only kid who remembers that show. She-Ra, the rebooted She-Ra was awesome. Yes, thank you. You just validated my sanity, my friend. Mask was so cool because the masks would come down out of the ceiling and they'd put them on, and there was a motorcycle that turned into a helicopter. That was one of my favorites. And just, they fought the bad guys and they were on. I would watch Mask and Inspector Gadget and another one that I cannot remember off the top of my head, but it was awesome. And then at night we'd watch the A-Team or Knight Rider or Airwolf. Yes, it was the early 80s. See, I can't talk about stuff like this with the man behind the curtain because he's too young for those. But I anytime I get a chance to talk to somebody who remembers them, I'm like, I'm not losing my mind. Oh, thank the gods. Knight Rider, A-Team. We didn't watch Street Hawk so much, but Airwolf, yep. And it never failed. About the time my family would really decide we really liked a show, they'd cancel it. Walker, Texas Ranger was another one, but that one was more 90s than 80s. Murder, She Wrote is coming back. That is true. You're actually younger than the youngest of my brothers, which tweaks my head for some reason. My brain has you in with them. He had the original Prowl toy Autobot because Prowl was one of his favorites. But like me, his favorite is B. But yeah, oh my God, I miss some of my favorite cartoons. Oh, Prowl is his favorite. Correction. His favorite from the movies was. Yes! Knight Rider and Airwolf were two of the best. I keep thinking it was B because you and I have talked about the fact that we both loved that Bumblebee was a VW bug. So, what they are doing with Murder, She Wrote. Jamie Lee Curtis is going to be Jessica Fletcher, and she has done some photo shoots for promo for it in some of the more iconic costumes that Angela Lansbury wore. It is not going to be a rebooted series. It is going to be a movie. I am praying to every deity known and forgotten by man that it is not going to be an Apple Plus series. I want it to be one of them I actually can access because I will love it. Oh, God. Thomas the Tank Engine was very popular in my house. As a matter of fact, my oldest's very first birthday party, so his third birthday, we had a Thomas and the Magic Engine birthday party at his insistence because my munchkin is AFAB. And he wanted to make sure that baby sister had a Thomas the Tank Engine friend that she could play with. So we had to have Thomas and Lady. He has always looked out for his younger siblings. So that was hella fun. Barney is banned in my house. I cannot stand that condescending bastard. Teletubbies were entertaining at times. And Arthur, I loved Arthur. So I told my incubator that I did not want my kids watching Barney. So what did she do? As soon as she got custody of my son, planted his ass in front of the TV and put him in front of Barney. And I'm like, are my desires for my children absolutely worthless right now? I'm the one with custody of him, and I get to decide what he watches, and I say he can watch it. I damn near punched her. Will says he's looking forward to the Murder, She Wrote movie. I'm so looking forward to it. Let's see what else is being... See, I love the fact that we know that Gen X is in charge of everything but the country right now. Because, we have... We have, Strawberry Shortcake is coming back. They have released a new Rainbow Bright doll. Care Bears are everywhere again. I'm looking forward to the Popples coming back. Give me a second and I'll think of the other one. I can see the characters. One of the characters was a purple hippopotamus with butterfly wings. Another one was he's a cross between a lion and a bumblebee. Rhinoki, there we go. I'm going to look up Rhinoki. That should be able to help me figure out the name of the freaking show that I can't remember. Wuzzles. Because I used to call my kid a Wuzzle. I want to see the Wuzzles come back. The Get Along Gang, but so many of the cartoons from our childhood are coming back. And I mean, we've already had the She-Ra reboot. They're talking about a Masters of the Universe movie again. So much of the shit from when we were kids is popular again. And it's absolutely insane. How? and I mean, come on. Look at the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the DC TV universe, right? Our childhood heroes are on the big screen and the little screen, and they're actually good. So, hey, I am so not complaining about a lot of this. Well, I am kind of. I don't have enough money to be able to do all of the stuff I want to. But hey, life goes on, right? Okay. Ha! Coffee is refilled and it's hot now. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Oh, what else are we not doing here? I have no clue. Right. I mean, look at the Transformers movies that we were just talking about. Speaking of those, I have mentioned this before because I talked about it the day after I saw it. There is a commercial out there for the General Insurance with Shaq and the General chit-chatting in a parking lot. And Shaq's like, so can the General protect me from my car acting up? Oh, yeah, we can do that. We can do that just fine. And then the next thing you know, you hear the wah, 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 wah sound because they're standing next to a fucking yellow Camaro. And it does a wah, 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 wah. And he stands up and he starts acting out and just being overly dramatic. It's a great commercial. If you haven't, yeah, overly. Oh, I didn't even see the dent in the quarter panel. That explains why he was. That's why he was he was acting out about the dent in his quarter panel. Being overly dramatic about a tiny little dent. And just, oh, my leg, go on without me. Yeah, oh my God, it's great. Well, it's classic B, too. I mean, if you've watched the movies, you know that he just goes overboard with all of it. It's great. Why do I have a feeling my freaking chat hung again? It did. Caillou can go to hell. I had a feeling I lost it stopped. He used to great. That is so cool. Mimi used to work at the Mall of America in the Great Train Store. I loved Sagwa. Sagwa was great. Okay, so I watched the cartoons that my kids did because, well, hi, ADHD, shiny, flashy box, I'm going to get sucked in. Sagwa was awesome. Ni Hao Kailan was awesome. Caillou needs to be strung up by his fucking toenails and used as a human piñata because all he did was teach my kids how to whine. Yes, my incubator could definitely teach a class on how to abuse children. I have not seen the Battersea movies. Oh, Bayverse movie? Bayverse. Ooh, gods. I don't know off the top of my head. Punky Brewster is awesome. If you choke a Smurf, they turn purple. Autocorrect is often called autocorrupt in my house for a reason. I love the fact that the autocorrupt inventor's funnel will be tomato. The Care Bears. I love the Care Bears. I love the Care Bears and the Care Bear cousins. My favorite Care Bear is Tenderheart Bear. And my favorite cousin, usually Braveheart Lion because I'm a chicken shit. Yep, tomato. Otto's Irresistible Correction. I love it. Now let's check over here. I doubt there's anybody here, but you know, that's what I thought. And we are down to 15 minutes. Watched the movie Saturday Night recently about the very first episode of Saturday Night Live. It was great. My favorite Bayverse Decepticon. The little shit. The little shit. I cannot remember what he is though. I want to say he's Soundwave's cassette tape. But in the movie, I can envision, I can see him in the movie, and it's the one after they have gotten the spark so that they can basically turn anything into a transformer. And he's in the little bitty box. Wheelie, I think it is. But he's like this big and absolute insanity. It's great. My current favorite Care Bear is Stoner Bear. The one who has the pot leaf on his belly. Love him. Although I sometimes wonder if that's a her. Do we notice that we almost never, other than the baby Care Bears, we almost never talk about female Care Bears? And why did we never question the fact that there was only one female Smurf? Where did all of them come from? And then they introduced the younger Smurfs, and they introduced a younger girl. But seriously, she was just a little kid Smurf, so, you know. Might have been Frenzy. I am not sure. I would have to go back and look through the cast of the movies and figure out which freaking character, which movie it was. Because it has been more years than I want to think about since I watched those movies. Just seriously, this is something that people have discussed with me as adults. As kids, we thought nothing of the fact that there was only Smurfette surrounded by all of these guys. For me, that was nothing new or different because, hi, I'm the youngest child of 4 and I have 3 older brothers. It was one of them in the movie, and I'm not even sure if he had an actual name. I just remember him being batshit crazy, and he was great. But yeah, Smurfette was the only female Smurf. And what is Gargamel's thing? Seriously. More recent realizations that kind of rocked my world. I am a huge, huge, huge fan, and I've talked about this before, of Patricia Briggs' books. Starts with the Mercy Thompson series, and it includes the Alpha and Omega series. And the fact that she... Son of a bitch, I just lost his title. So give me a second. Thompson series, wiki. Okay. Bran Cornick, he is the one I want. There we go. Okay. That makes sense, Will. So the series is Mercy is a shifter coyote. Her father is actually Coyote. And she was shipped off to Bran, who ended up, yeah. He is the head of all of the werewolves in the United States. And his title is the Marrock. And I was reading somewhere completely different that had nothing to do with Patty Briggs. And I came across the story of the Marrock being a werewolf and also being, I think, one of the Arthurian knights or some shit. He is in that pantheon. That's not the right word, but y'all know what I mean. And I'm like, wait a minute. That makes sense why she calls Bran the Marrock then. And I just... I love it when the authors I read do the deep research like that, or even just because it's their fixation, their special interest. They include that kind of trivia in their books. Oh, it's great. Not to mention the fact that Bran is also a huge Doctor Who fan. As is Patty, obviously. So in the book where Mercy gets herself kidnapped, you've got to read the series, trust me. They don't want to take too many really powerful wolves with them because she was kidnapped by this vampire lord or some shit. And he pops up on the plane and introduces himself as Matt Smith. And it took me until the very end of the fucking book when Mercy says something to him that indicates she's talking to Bran that I realize who the hell she's talking to. because literally nobody else recognized him. It was great. He named one of the characters who we just recently found out is one of his relatives, gave him the name of Sherwood for Sherwood Forest. I cannot talk enough good stuff about these books, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I will probably end up confusing you. But if you have the opportunity to read them, they are great. If you like audiobooks, Audible is doing a really fun thing with her books, with this series of doing a full cast reading. It's great. New Deborah Blake books. Anyway, I'm not going to look at that right now. I will get sucked in. But yes, I love reading. It just, I am a book whore, like nobody's business. Hence why, you can see the library behind me. Oh, kitty, kitty. Where is my furry little bastard? What did I do now? What did we do? Oh no. What did you do, babe? Oops. Did you show yesterday? Oh, that's wonderful. He looked good, but he wasn't that bright. He's doing pretty good. Mouthy. He's being very talkative of late. Scrap it. He just realized that we goofed up on the goddess picture today. He showed you the wrong goddess. Oops. If anybody wants to see the current goddess, I can post it in the community later. Three cats, 2 kittens, and a very clingy 8-year-old. Yes. So we have 1 cat. Yes, I am aware that cats do better when there's more than 1 cat. But we have the dogs. And Sarge, oh, that's adorable. Sarge is our little old man of a dog, and he's a little guy. So he is a great companion for the cat. And yeah. So we did okay only bringing 1 kitty. Can you put a text overlay on it and say, oops, we goofed? Well, that sucks balls. Add it to the description. It's been a day. Today's Tuesday? Yeah, today's Tuesday. Zuma. Yes. So, Fuzzbutt, aka Chief Purball McFuzzbutt, our benevolent furry overlord, is 10 years old as of a week ago-ish? Yeah. Something like that. Oh no, pushing a month ago now. And he is just a quarter Maine Coon. His mother is a tabby, but he is full on void. Love that cat. My Munchkin's former roommates named their cats Biscuits and Gravy, or Biscuit and Gravy. And Gravy would usually lay on top of Biscuit. It was perfect. But they bullied poor Nixie, the grand cat. We have so many black cats in this family. It's hilarious. Squeaker Seeker. I love it. My nickname as a kid was Squeaker, so hey. Speaking of Fuzzbutt, I have a picture of him wearing bunny ears. Oi. Oh shit, you know what? We have 4 minutes. We are going to be wrapping up in that 4 minutes because we are doing Bitch and Witch tonight. We have moved it to Tuesday nights to balance out my Thursday night podcast. Oh dear Lord. Dear Lord, guys? Really? So you have a brainless ginger cat. How often does he get the brain cell? I have to admit, The only ginger I have ever had was an exceptionally intelligent cat. So this ginger share a brain cell thing, I don't quite get. I've known a couple of other smart gingers. I wish I could remember the if you like follow me if you like cats, I guess guy. Probably. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, the orange flavored guy. Do you guys want the entire train of thought that led me to this, or just spit out what I'm thinking? I made the most amazing chili last night, you guys. Made it in the Instant Pot. I am so proud of myself. It came out so good. I'm so happy. It was literally my first time making chili from scratch, because that used to be my dad's thing. And I have been wanting good chili for a while. And it worked. I'm so happy. It was supposed to be made with the leftover pot roast from night before last, but you know what? Yeah. Someone decided to give that away. That's okay. I didn't tell him not to. So, lard, Crisco. I used Crisco oil in the bottom of the Instant Pot to saute the bell peppers, onions, and garlic. It was so good. Had so much fun making that last night. I cooked hamburger, ground beast, in the Instant Pot. That was an interesting experience. Meatloaf in the Instant Pot is kind of cool, too. Yeah. Typically, yeah. Ooh, Bithin' Witch. Oh, honey. Love it. Too old to even think. And raindrops stayed on his glasses, removing his ability to see. I love that. Wow. How I didn't notice it until just now, I'm impressed. So we typically refer to beef as beast in this house, like roast beast or ground beast. So yeah, roast beast. As a glasses wearer, I absolutely love that phrase, that sentence. The raindrop stayed on the glasses, removing ability to see. That is amazing. And I am impressed that it did not come from someone in their 60s. Because that just is such a it sounds horrible. Yeah, that's like an Agatha Christie thing. Yes, Amy, I know that's where it came from. That was why it came to my mind so quickly. I love that. I know, Starscream. That's why I'm like, that is really impressive. That is the kind of line that you expect to come from someone who's been writing for like decades. Hell, even I don't come up with lines like that half the time. Hey. Okay, I'm not losing my mind. So the man behind the curtain will occasionally take over my mouse and start doing shit. And when he hasn't done it in a few minutes and then does it, I'm just like, what the hell? My computer's doing shit. Dude, you have an amazing talent there. You have a way with words. Just like I have a child who has charisma oozing out of their pores. That is true. It's time. I totally heard that in Rafiki's voice. I am horrible. I love my husband. All right, we're going to give Starscream time to snag the quote that they're looking for. Yup. It is time. Hello to... Oh. I'm not going to say hello to the screen. I'm going to... Hey, Pupper. You want to come say hi? You want to come say hi real quick, baby? No? Okay. Hims was snoozing. Oh, hello to you too, sweet boy. You want to come say hi? I know they got potties. Good boy. Want to come say hi? Come here. Okay, Mama not pick you up. I know. You're such a good boy. Don't mind me. I'm just sitting here talking, sweet talking the puppy. Love it. Excuse me. And this chair's doing shit. All right, my darling witchlings, I am going to get going for now, but please feel free to come back in an hour and do Bitchin' Witch with us tonight. We're going to be talking about keeping Portland weird. Love what Portland is doing. Daniela is organizing a knit-in at the Capitol Mall on International Women's Day, and I'm just going to rant for a bit. I saw that is a really good one, Starscream. Yeah. My dogs have things with strange men. And one of them has a thing for trans women. He just loves them. So, loves them. As in, he met one and was barking at her and then realized that she smelled like someone he loves. And I saw the light bulb go on over his head. Oh, she smells like this person and this person's one of my favorite people. So, okay. You're going to pet me now, right? Pet me now. And now when she shows up at my house, he goes, "Where were you?" It's great. So my darling witchlings, go out there and have a fantabulously magical, wonderful rest of your day, night, or wherever you are. And then please spread love, spread joy, and spread kindness, because there is too much darkness and hate out there. Please be a beacon of hope and light. And then my witchlings, this is very important. Always, always, always remember that you are loved, you are wanted, you are needed, and you definitely have a reason to be here, even if you haven't figured out what it is yet. I will see you guys in 1 hour. Have a fantabulously wonderful rest of your night. I love you to bits. Namaste, witchlings.